My name is Rick Martinez, and on September 11, 2001, I was the fire chief for the Sacramento Metropolitan Fire District. I also at the time was serving as the incident team leader for FEMA's Urban Search and Rescue Program. At 6:05 that morning, I was still asleep, but I was startled by my pager going off. And the message was pretty short. It said, 2 planes have struck both towers of the World Trade Center. I was dispatched there. The primary purpose was to organize and lead those NewStar teams they brought in to do the search of the World Trade Center. Ended up standing at ground zero 27 hours, I think, after the first plane had hit it. Having been to other events like the Oklahoma City bombing, ground zero was just enormous by comparison. The destruction at the street level was tremendous. Fire engines were twisted and destroyed. Building after building that were damaged. Cars, the street. Coupled with that, the building was still burning in places. Sun was partially obscured by the smoke, and there was the Manhattan skyline, some of it missing now. Everything that we come to know as being normal was not there. It was overwhelming. When the towers went in, it took out most of the fire department leadership from the fire chief on down, and their internal capacity had been greatly diminished. So it was daunting, but you put on your game face and roll up your sleeves and you do what you do. That's what firefighters do. I had about 1,000 rescuers at any one time that were cycling through, in usually 5 to 7 day periods. Early on, I believe Ohio's Task Force 1 brought out a survivor. The rest of it, you bring out victims, and that's pretty much what happened. The work is meaningful. As a rescue worker, however, it's depressing because you want to bring out a live survivor. The dust continued to fall for days, like very small snowflakes. Everything was covered with dust. The handwritten messages in the dust from family of victims or folks that were lost at the time, they would write you notes. Please find my loved one. You'd see them posted in unique places. There were handbills up on cyclone fences or on the front of storefronts that would have a picture of their loved one, and it would say, last known to be in the World Trade Center. All that, along with working firefighters and heavy equipment that were removing debris, it just challenged you. The interesting aspect of recovery at the Trade Center were bringing out firefighters and police officers that did what firefighters and police, primarily firefighters, do every day. They go into a burning building, they go into a hazardous environment, and we fully expect to come out. When we say never forget from a firefighter's perspective, a lot of times we mean those 343 men and women that lost their lives on 9/11. However, each one of us have a memory of a firefighter that's lost their lives in the line of duty back home.